Yeah. Make that paper. That was the motto. More like a fucking theme tune, to be honest. Me sang it every day for when we wake up to when my head touched the pillow at night. Me even breathe it in my dreams, man. Sure. I still want it. I do. But not like that. My dreams have changed now. I don't know what happened, but I grew the fuck up. And I'll never touch anything I wasn't writing, man. Pride, my mum calls it. If you not work for it, not touch it, because the devil will make sure you pay for it somehow. I never knew what that really meant until I saw Amanda getting shit for stealing rice and pogro during the riots. Every little bit of marketing I see nowadays portrays the image that money is everything. Hey, look how happy I am in my nice clothes with my tweed body and my begging car. Yes? Life is good up here, bitch. How you doing down there? How dare they drape everything in Gucci, Louis, Prada, but expect them to not want it? Desire it, crave it, need it. A lot of them had no idea why they were even out on road stealing blindly, but they knew that they liked the thrill of it. They knew that if so-and-so can get shit for freedom, why can't I? Can you blame them though? Literally, can you blame them? Look, if you're going to dangle something in front of someone, who can really blame them for grabbing it? If you ask me why the riots happened in London, I'll say it's because they didn't feel they had a voice. They felt so run down, beat down, oppressed and abandoned that their only way to be heard about the chaos already caused was to lash out. Start a fight, shout out loud, tear down the shops and burn this fucking town alive. I'm not saying what they did was the right thing to do by any means, but like I said, I've been there. I felt like that. I've been angry at everyone. The world, myself, my friends, my family, and my lovers. Then I've also been angry at no one. And that's the scariest thing, when you don't even know why you're angry. When you haven't learnt to control that anger, and it rubs at you. It knocks at the door repeatedly and bashes against your sanity, begging to come in. It's a bit like when you need to piss and you need your house, but the more you think how near you are, the more you need to piss. Until you're at your door and you can't find your keys, and you squeeze your thighs tight and your eyes are closed because you're concentrating so hard on not pissing yourself, because you know it's dumb. And you know the toilet is near, but it's hard. And the temptation is so enticing. And now you find your keys, you're in the door, you're running up the stairs, no time to shut, you do it after. Back down, keys thrown somewhere, you don't care right now, you're on a mission. You reach the toilet, you reach the jeans open, and you drag them down, and you slung your bum down so hard it hurts, but you don't care. Because the sensation you get from pissing is like no other. You know when you've been holding like this for so long, and you just let it rip. You let it all out, you push down hard, and you just fucking lose control. I think that's what they did. They lost control. I watched the Question Time special on the riots and I felt sickened to hear that people who are guilty of looting and taking part in the riots face not only jail time, but the possibility of losing their homes and the benefits. I felt sickened. I felt sickened that there was a petition online that anyone could sign for this idea to be debated upon in the House of Commons. I felt even more sickened. I knew people who signed it. I even heard someone, it's only £51 a week. And that fucking shit right there is what I'm talking about. That's where the anger comes from, it's only fucking £51 a week. Don't piss me off. Have you ever tried to live on £51 a week? Or you? Or even you? It's disgusting to think that this could even be considered as a suitable punishment. Look, you want to stop this madness and create an equal city? Then open up your bloody ears and listen. Just listen. I know it's hard to be heard in a room full of friends, let alone a room full of strangers. But if we don't start somewhere, how the fuck do we expect for this shit to get better? This country, this beautiful country is in a mountain of debt. A mountain taller than my council estate tower, much taller than your open plan penthouse empire. But does that make us the same? Fuck off, it does. The only thing we share in common is that we need to eat, shit, and breathe. Above all that, there's fuck all you can compare. Or can you? Can you compare the depression of a single mother in a council flat who sells her pussy to Or to the woman who feels unappreciated by her late working husband night after night and turns to alcohol to suppress a feeling of desolation. If I open my mind, I can. But then I could also sympathize with those who can't. If I can find a way to switch shoes, to walk a mile, or to do anything, I don't care what it is, but to give the other a taste of what to them the word trapped feels like. To show that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, someone else will always have it worse. Then maybe, just maybe, we might get a chance. There's a language barrier in the UK that has nothing to do with the immigration. No. This barrier breathes in the same language. Good English and proper English. The separation is extreme. Look, are you listening? I know a guy who went to prison because he couldn't understand what the lawyers in court were saying to him. Imagine that. The fear of speaking out and asking for a definition to the isms, that the rolling off the barrister's tongue was so strong. He lashed out, backed into a corner any animal would. He didn't understand what was being said to him because he spoke good English and he did. His human instinct kicked in, and he hit the man so hard he fell down, and 10 years was added to a sentence that was soon to be cleared. If only he had been asked for this foreign language to be broken down to him, being given a dictionary even. If only his status hadn't spoken for him. You see, the questions that he was asking were being met with answers from an education that had been paid for. An education that his mother's 51 pound a week never aspired to afford. Now you tell me where the justice is in that. You can't, can you? And you know what the wickedest thing is? He was around the same age as the guy as well. Just two souls with two very different beginnings. If there's one thing that the riots did, one positive thing that the riots did, it was this. They made it seem big enough for people sitting high in the clouds to look down. If only for a split second, they made it seem big enough for them to look around and just to see how bad this really is. My only regret is that they shut on their own doorsteps. They attacked and spat back at the communities that had raised them. If that many young people came together and stood outside the House of Commons and spoke to the people who control the politics of this country, they still would have turned heads. Oh, this was not their only option, and their ignorance and naivety of it frustrates me. Look, imagine walking down Central and you see a bag of man walking towards you, hoods up, pants low, vest socks in their faces. What you turn your head? This media image of youths uniting together and positively voicing their opinions, imagine that. The papers would be on it like Batty and Bench. It breaks my heart to think that this was the only way for that to happen. It breaks my heart further for the young man who died, the young man whose precious life was snatched away from him so early, is thought to be the root of all this. Anyone who dares to say his name in line with the word instigator has no fucking idea. Not a clue, not a penny, not even a fucking chip, mate. No. This business started a long time before that. A long time before I was even a twinkle in my mum's eye. And the saddest thing of all is that it took the death of the innocent for the young people of this country, the future of this country, to speak out.